Hi there, in today's video we are going to talk about the wind correction angle or WCA. By the end of the video you will know what this angle is, why it is so important, and then in order to make sure you understand in full this concept, we're going to jump into the whiteboard and we're going to perform a practical example. So without further ado, let's jump right into it.
V1 rotate.
Hi there, I'm Gabriele from PILOTCLIMB.com. I help you to become a better pilot, so if this is what you want to do, consider subscribe to the channel in order not to miss the next content, okay? If you want to support my work, please give it a like to the video because this really helps. Okay, so what is this wind correction angle? As you can already imagine, the wind correction angle is an angle that we apply to our heading in order to fly from A to B when we've got a crosswind component. Okay, why we do that is because if there is a steady wind, there is no wind in one day, your heading and your track are the same. But if you have a crosswind component, okay, if you maintain your constant heading, if your heading is equal to your track on a crosswind component day, okay, what will happen is that you start to do this drift, okay, so you will drift off of your route, okay, so let's say you have to fly from A to B, and then in a day without wind, you simply maintain, you point at B and you fly. But on a day that you have a crosswind component, you cannot maintain that heading because otherwise you will drift away and you will not get to B, but you will get to C. But without a little bit too much of talking, let's jump into the whiteboard because it's a lot easier to understand. So by looking at the whiteboard, you can see two pictures, these yellow ones. Okay, these are an extract from a blog post that I wrote on PILOTCLIMB.com and it's available in there if you want to have a look. But anyway, so the picture number one in here, okay, you can see that in a day with no wind, okay, if you want to fly from A to B, you simply need to just fly straight, no problem. So your heading and your track will be the same, okay? So, however, in a day with a crosswind component, like in this case, a wind that is coming from right to the left, what will happen if you maintain a constant heading? So let's say you do the same thing that you have done here, but you do that in here with a crosswind component. It will happen that instead of flying from A to B, you will fly from A to C because the wind will actually make you drift, okay? So again, our target is to fly from A to B and not from A to C. Thus, how we do that? We need to apply a correction in our heading in order to correct this crosswind component. And if you look at this example in here, you will see that we are starting from A with no wind, suddenly the crosswind come in order to fly from A to B, we apply a right heading, so we just point the nose into the wind. Thus our heading will be different, however our track will stay constant, okay? This angle in here is called wind correction angle. So it's the angle that you apply, basically you turn your nose into the wind in order to maintain a constant track. In order to understand in full what is the wind correction angle, we need to know the difference between heading and track. So let's jump into the whiteboard and I'll make a few examples. Okay, so let's say you want to fly from A to B. This is the north, okay? So you want to fly from A to B, so you want to do this. Go straight like that, okay? In a no wind conditions, that's very easy because you just need to point and set heading north, okay? So this is your aircraft, okay? Sorry for the drawing, guys, I know it's not great, but so in a no wind conditions, your heading and your track is exactly the same because the nose of the aircraft is pointing the north and the track and the route on the ground is north, okay? So if you have a big pencil, okay, that is drawing on the ground where the aircraft is going, you can see that on the ground as well is pointing north, the route is going north, okay? However, if you've got a crosswind component, okay, A, B, so your target is to fly from A to B. Okay, with a crosswind component, what will happen? So let's say the crosswind component is this one, okay? So with a crosswind component, if you maintain the heading north, okay, so you will still have the same heading, okay? However, your route on the ground won't point north anymore, will point something like 350, for example, because your aircraft will be drifted by the wind, okay? So as you can see in here, the aircraft has got a heading to the north, okay? However, on the ground, okay, the root on the ground is not north but is 350 degrees, for example. Okay, so this is your heading, which is 360, and your track that is going to sea is actually 350. This is why it's very important to understand the difference between heading and track. Okay, so I hope now you understand what is the wind correction angle and what is the difference between heading and track. If you have any question, leave a comment below and then I will help you out. Also go to PILOTCLIMB.com where you can subscribe for free pilot training content. I wish you a great day and I'll see you in the next one. V1, rotate.